So question number 24 from the textbook. Probability that A solves a problem is 2 by 3 and that B solves it is 3 by 5. Find the probability that first question both of them solve, second question none of them solves. So here both of them solves, both A and B will solve. So here multiplication theorem, A intersection B. So let A be an event of, let A that A solves the problem, okay, and let B be event of B solves the problem. So P of A that is given in the problem is 2 by 3. P of A is 2 by 3 and the P of B is equal to 3 by 5. So probability of A solves problem is 2 by 3. Probability of B solves problem is 3 by 5. Now, first question is what? Both of them solve problem. So probability of both solves problem, that is P of A intersection B. So as here both events are independent. So when both events are independent here, P of A intersection B is equal to P of A into P of probability of A into probability of B. So that is probability of A is 2 by 3 into probability of B is 3 divided by 5. So probability of both of them will solve the problem is 2 divided by 5. Now the second question, that is none of them solves the problem. So none of them solves the problem. Here we have to solve it like this. P of none of them solves the problem. That is P of probability, 1 minus probability of here probability is given for both of them will solve the problem. We have to take the complementary of that. That A will not solve the problem. Probability of complementary of A, that is A dash, and probability of B will not solve the problem. That is complementary of B dash. So P of A dash is equal to 2 by 3. That is probability of A dash will be 1 minus P of A. So 1 minus P of A is 1 by 3 and probability of B dash, that is complementary of B, is 2 divided by 5. That is 1 minus probability of B. So here we take 1 minus probability of A dash intersection B dash. So that is 1 minus P of A dash is 1 by 3 into P of B dash is 2 by 5. So that is 1 minus 2 into 1, 2 divided by 3 into 5, 15. So 1 minus 2 by 15. So as there is no denominator means here there will be 1 always. So LCM for 1 and 15 will be 15. So 1 15s are 15, 15 ones are 15. So the answer is 15 minus 2 is equal to 13 divided by 15. The probability of none of them will solve the problem is 13 divided by 15. Question number 25. 3 persons A, B and C are able to hit a target is 6, 5 and 8 times respectively with 10 shots. That means here if 10 shots are given to A, B and C, so A will hit 6 out of 10 shots and B hits 5 out of 10 shots. That means here If 10 shots are given, the chance that A will hit is 6 out of 10, and B is 5 out of 10, and C is 8 out of 10. So here probability, let A be an event of A hits the target, probability of B is B hit the target, and C is that C hit the target. And here what question they ask: if each of them fires once at the target, if only one chance is given, what is the probability that the target is hit? Okay, so what is the chance that target is hit? So all of them should hit the target here. Okay, so here we should take 1 minus target will not hit. So again, let us take here, let A be an event of A hit the target, and let B be an event of B hit the target, and let C be an event of C hit the target. Then probability of A is equal to 6 by 10. Complementary of A, that is A will not hit, is 4 by 10. Then probability of B hit the target is 5 by 10. So probability of B dash is equal to 5 by 10 again. And the last probability of C hit the target is 2 by 10. So probability of C dash is equal to 8 divided, sorry, it is 8 by 10 here. So C dash is 2 divided by 10. So now probability of all of them hit target is 1 minus none of them hit target. That is 1 minus P of A dash into P of B dash into P of C dash. So 1 minus P of A dash is 4 by 10 into 5 by 10 into 2 by 10. 4 by 10, 5 by 10 into 2 by 10. So that is 1 minus 4 into 5, 20, 20 into 2, 40, divided by 10 into 10, 100, 100 into 10, 1000. So probably that all of them will hit target is 1 minus 4 divided by 100. That is 1 minus 4 divided by 100 will be 96 divided by 100. So probably that all of them hit the target is 96 divided by 100. Question number 27. The probabilities of a husband and his wife surviving for 20 more years is 0.8 and 0.9. That is, probability of husband will survive for next 20 years is 0.8, and that of his wife survives for the next 20 years is 0.9. Find the probability that after 20 years, both of them are alive. That is, both of them survived. And the second question is, at least one of them is alive. So here, first question, okay. So here let H be husband will survive. Husband will survive, and let W be wife will survive. So probability of husband will survive is 0.8 and probability of wife will survive is 0.9. Now the question is, both of them are alive after 20 years. So both of them are alive means A also will be alive and B also will be alive. That means their husband also will be alive, wife will also be alive. So that is probability of both of them alive is equal to probability of A intersection B. And here both probability of both events are independent here. So here survival of either husband or wife is not dependent on each other. Both are independent event. So P of A intersection B is equal to P of that is the husband intersection wife. So P of H into P of W. So both of them alive is 0.8 into 0.9 is equal to 0.72. 0.72. So this is a multiplication theorem for two independent events. Now for two independent events, again next question is at least one of them is alive. So at least one of them is alive. So for both independent event here, that belongs to addition theorem question. So in addition theorem question, so probability of at least one of them is alive is equal to probability of A union B. So both are independent means here again both are mutually exclusive. Okay, so when both are independent event here, P of A union B is equal to P of, so that is husband and wife, P of H union W is equal to probability of H plus probability of W minus probability of H intersection W. So as husband and wife, both events are independent here. P of H plus P of W minus P of H into P of W. So this already we have calculated here. So let us take 0.8 plus 0.9 minus 0.8 into 0.9. That is 0.8 plus 0.9 is 1.7 minus 0.8 into 0.9 is 0.72. So 1.7 minus 0.72. 1.7 is 0.98. So probability that at least one of them, that is either husband or wife, will survive after next 20 years is 0.98. So probability of both of them will survive is 0.72. 28th question. An aircraft is equipped with two engines that operate independently. The probability of an engine failure is 0.01. So probability of engine will fail is 0.01. That means probability of engine will be run successfully or will not fail is 0.99. What is the probability of successful flight? So what is the probability of successful flight if one engine is needed for successful operation of the aircraft? So one engine should be successful here. If one engine is successfully running, so aircraft will reach to the target successfully. So here probability of one engine will be successful is 0.99. And the answer is also 0.99 only here. Okay, or 1 minus aircraft will fail. So that is 0.1 minus 0.1 is 0.99. Okay, so now we'll see few more questions, so which are leading to or which are hinged to the next question number 29, 30, 31. So now I'll take next problem, example 60. The first box contains 3 white and 5 black marbles. The second box contains 6 white and 4 black marbles. A box is selected at random and then one marble is drawn from it. Find the probability that it is white. So here two separate boxes are there. So in each box, different color marbles in different numbers. So first box contains 3 white, 5 black. So here box 1 contains 3 white and 5 blacks. 3 white and 5 black marbles. And box 2 contains here 6 white and 4 black. 6 white and 4 black marbles. So here question should be understood properly first. A box is selected at random. So out of these two boxes, first selection will be a box. Then the second thing is we are going to draw a ball from that box which we have selected. So first here we have to find the probability of selecting one box among these two boxes. So probability of selecting first box and probability of selecting second box. So both are equal here. So selecting any one box is 1 by 2. So probability of selecting first box is 1 by 2 and probability of selecting second box is also 1 by 2. Now what is the question here? So here the box is selected at random and then one marble is drawn from it. Find the probability that it is a white. So selecting white ball out of these two balls when one box is selected at random first. So let A be an event of selecting the box first here. So let A be an event of selecting first box. Okay, and then the second event B, let B be an event of selecting white ball from first box, and let C be an event of selecting white ball from second box. So here both are independent event. So first we will select a box, then after that we select a ball from the box. So second event B, selecting a white ball from the first box, and event C be the selection of a white ball from the second box. Okay, so here now number of boxes are 2. So probability of selecting a box, probability of selecting a box, that is P of A is equal to 1 by 2, because there are 2 boxes. Out of 2 we have to select one box. So probability of P of A is 1 by 2. Now probability of B. So probability of selecting a white ball from first box. So selecting white ball from first box is, in the first box there are 3 white balls. So out of 8 balls we have to select a white ball, that is 3 divided by 8. Now probability of selecting white ball from second box. So in second box there are 6 white balls out of 10 balls. So probability of selecting white ball from second box is 6 divided by 10. Now the question is, Find the probability that a drawn ball is white. So drawn ball is white. It may be from first box or it may be from second box. So here it is an addition theorem question. It may be from first box or maybe from second box. Okay, but here there is a condition. So first box will be selected, then a ball will be selected from the box. So probability of selecting first box and a white ball from it, and or selecting a second box and a white ball from second box. So here probability of getting white marble is first box and white ball. So P of A into P of B, or selecting a white marble from second box, that is P of A into P of C. So probability of selecting first box and white ball, probability of selecting a box and white ball. So here P of A 1 by 2 into P of B is 3 divided by 8, plus probability of selecting the second box is again 1 by 2 into probability of selecting the white ball from second box is 6 divided by 10. So 1 into 3, 3 divided by 2 into 8, 16, plus 1 into 6 is 6 divided by 2 into 10 is 20. So 3 divided by 16 plus 6 divided by 20. So LCM for both, LCM 16, 20, 4 fours are 4 fives are. So 4 into 4, 16, 16 into 5. 16 into 5 is 80. So 80. So 16 fives are 80. 20 fours are 80. So 3 into 5, 15, plus 4 into 6, 24. So selecting a white ball is 15 plus 24. That is 39 divided by 80. So 39 divided by 80 is equal to 0.4875. 0.4875. So selecting a marble. Okay. So selecting a white marble either from first box or second box is 39 by 80 or 0.4875. 61. It contains both independent event and dependent event. So conditional probability and unconditional probability both. So I'll read. A card is drawn at random from pack of 52 playing cards. So out of 52 cards, one card is drawn. First question, what is the probability that it is a heart? So in 52 playing cards, so how many hearts are there? So total 13 hearts we get. So answer for first question is 13 out of 52, that is 13 divided by 52. So it is an unconditional probability. So getting the heart card out of 52 card is 13 divided by 52. Now the second question, if it is known that the card is drawn is red, what is the probability that it is a heart? So we know already that drawn card is a red, but that red card would be a heart card. So red, how many types are there? One is the heart card and another one is diamond card. heart 13 cards and a diamond 13 cards. Total 26 red cards are there. So out of 26 card here, we have to get heart card. Okay. So here it is a conditional probability. So we know that already drawn card is heart, and out of this, already drawn card is a red, and we are expecting a heart out of that red card. Okay. So here all cards here, 52 cards, when we draw one card, each of them, it may be heart or red or a spade or a diamond or whatever may be. So each of them are mutually exclusive event here. And all 52 cards are equally likely events. Equally likely and mutually exclusive and exhaustive outcomes. It has a fixed outcomes here. Okay. So here let A and B. So we select an event. So let A be and card drawn is red. Let A be drawn card is red. And let B be drawn card is heart. Okay. And now here conditional probability, that is B given A. So let B given A be drawn card is heart, known that drawn card is red. So probability of A, that is drawn card is red. So total 26 red cards are there. So probability of A is 26 divided by 52. And probability of B, so probability of B is drawn card is heart. So drawn card is heart is, if we get directly a heart card, so that is 13 heart cards are there out of 52 cards. So probability of getting a direct heart card is 13 divided by 52, and getting a red card is 26 divided by 2. Now we know that already drawn card is the red card, and we are expecting the heart card. That is probability of B given A is equal to, probability of B given A is equal to, here probability of A intersection B divided by probability of A. Now what is probability of A intersection B here? So probability of A intersection B here is getting a heart card out of 52 cards again. It is both heart and red. Heart and red, both. That is probability of A intersection B is equal to 13 divided by 52. So this is the answer for first question, probability of getting heart card. And here probability of getting red card and both heart card, that is 13 divided by 52. So here here. Okay, so probability of A intersection B is 13 divided by 52 divided by probability of getting red card is 26 divided by 52. So 52 get cancelled. So probability of getting heart card when it is known that already drawn card is red is 13 divided by 26, that is 0.5. So probability of getting a heart card known that it is a red card is 0.5. Question number 29, once again I will repeat. An urn contains 3 bags. Contents of the bags are: first bag 3 red and 2 green, Second bag 4 red and 3 green. Third bag 2 red and 2 green ball. Okay, so one bag is selected at random and then a ball is drawn from it. Find the probability that it is red. So here first we have to select the bag. So here there are 3 bags. So selecting one bag out of 3 bags is 1 by 3. So probability of A is selecting a bag, that is 1 by 3. So probability of B, so it is selecting a red earth. So again it is as same as example 60 which we solved here in this class itself. So that is from first bag 3 red and 2 green are there, total 5 earn. So 3 by 5 into 1 by 3. So probability of getting. So I will write here if you want. So here probability of getting red earn is equal to here 1 by 3. That is the P of A into P of B plus P of A into P of C plus P of A into P of D. So P of A is 1 by 3. P of B is equal to 3 by 5. P of C is equal to. So how many are there in that? 4 red and 3 green. So here 4 divided by 7 and P of D is equal to there 2 red and 2 green, that is 2 by 4. So if you want to copy that using this formula, you solve the problem here. Addition theorem and multiplication theorem both will come here. Selecting first box and selecting red. Okay, then second bag red, third bag red. So similarly 30th question, the first box has 6 and 4 balls, 6 red, 4 white. Second box has 3 red and 5 white balls. A coin is tossed. So in the previous problem, randomly selection of a bag. So here instead of that, they are tossing the coin. If tossing results result in head, then they are selecting the first bag. And if tossing is resulted in a tail, then they are selecting second bag. Now what is the probability of a drawn ball is red? So again a tossing result is 1 by 2. So probability of A is 1 by 2. Then probability of B is getting red ball from first bag. Probability of C is getting red ball from second bag. Similar. Okay. So will you solve the problems up to here? So that we'll see remaining problems in next class.